and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 243. I got the number right first try. Okay, so this is a check in podcast. This episode is a check in to see how you have been doing in your virtual assistant business. In particular, back in episode 231, the title was to normalize the process and not perfection. So today I'm coming into you to check in to see what have you activated imperfectly. And also to share with you what it feels like when you activate something imperfectly. Okay, so I have had my email list has been lying dormant for a while. And like many of you, I have not sent out emails in a while. And so we started back sending emails last Tuesday. And emails will go out every single Tuesday from last week forward. Now, it was like a welcome back email to give an update what we're doing and how we can help those who are interested in our services. And I was hesitant to send an email to a group of people that I have not spoken to in a while. However, it doesn't matter if it's been a while. At some point, they wanted you to communicate with them. This is if you have an email list lying dormant like I did. At some point, they wanted to communicate with you. And I don't care how many people are on your list. Everybody, first of all, you should have an email list. It doesn't matter what software you use. Pick one, live with it for 30 days. If you hate it, get something else. Right now, we're living with ConvertKit for 30 days. And my other list, the one that you're on, if you're on the email list, speaking of, if you're not on the list for the business of being a virtual assistant, be sure that you text 33777 and put in the text message VA Start. The VA stands for Virtual Assistant Start, all together, one word, so that you can get notified as soon as the podcast comes out. Be notified of anything special, if I'm doing any webinars, if I'm opening up our monthly membership, if I have anything, the email list is going to know right away. Now, for that, I use MailChimp. So I'm actually using two different software systems. And it's really so I can learn and really get into the meat of using the different software systems. MailChimp, we've been using for a while. If you're on the email list, that's how the emails are coming to you from MailChimp. For Virtual Hired Hand, we just started using ConvertKit this month. Before, everybody was in MailChimp. But I needed to split it up because of how MailChimp is doing their emails now. And I didn't want to accidentally send one list the other. Anyway, it gave me a chance to, get my feet wet in a different software. Point being, you should have at least one email address on your email list, whether you have started to email people or not. And I want you to hear what I said. You should have at least one email on your list. Did I say one person? You should have at least one email. Why? That one email could be your other email, because surely you have more than one email. Put yourself on your email list. Start sending out emails. Experience what it's like to write emails on a regular basis, what it takes to send out the emails in MailChimp, ConvertKit, Aweber, MailerLite. There's a million of them out there. Pick one. But so you can get experience, especially if this is a service you're offering to clients. Remember, everything that you offer to your client, your number one client needs it as well. And if you've been listening for a long, long time, tell the new people that are listening for the first time, the number one client is you. You are your number one client. All right. So send out, the emails to a list I have not talked to in a while. And I was okay if there was going to be a mad dash to the unsubscribe link. I was okay if nobody opened the email. The main thing was taking the action to get the emails off. For me, it was like a heavy weight because it was something that was unfinished that I needed to do. I had people waiting. Imagine the people that are on your email list, imagine them in a room. This is how we look at our email list instead of seeing it as, oh, it's a little list. Imagine all those people in a room. I have heard people call a little list 10,000 people. To me, 10,000 people is a big list. I've heard it said, I have a little list. I have 25 people. You bring 25 people into your home and get them set up. Guess what? That's a lot of people. So it doesn't matter what your list looks like to you. You have at least one email. Start sending out emails. Start doing it. It makes a difference in how you see the person on the other end, recognizing that you should be providing a service to them, not like doing social media management or bookkeeping or something like that, but giving them something of value in their email. There's some people that are your favorites that you look forward to when they come into your inbox. You want to be one of those favorite people. And you can get started and not have it be perfect. Were the email that I sent out perfect? I don't think so. But it got what I wanted to get across. I wanted to let them know what we've been up to. We really haven't gone anywhere. We just hadn't been sending out emails. So now they know. There was not what happened as a result. There was not a mad dash to the unsubscribe button. We did get some unsubscribes, but it was like 3. Um, One person replied back, interested in what we have to offer. So you never know. So I want to challenge you today. Again, this is a follow-up on episode 231 to see what are you activating imperfectly, right? To see if you are doers of the podcast or you just enjoy listening to the podcast. Now, if you're like, Tiffany, I don't have an email list, I don't know how to get an email list, I want you to let me know in the comments. If you are listening through iTunes, Stitcher, wherever audio of the podcast are, I want you to come to tiffanyparson.com, look for this episode, put in the comments to say, I don't know how to set up an email list. And when you tell me this is going to let me know how many of you would appreciate a little tutorial on getting an email list set up. And if I get, let's say, 10 responses, then I will do a tutorial, a public tutorial on this so that you can get your email list set up, okay? Fair? I hope so. If this is your very first time watching or listening to the podcast, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to come and sit with me and have this discussion. And if you are a regular listener, thank you so much for returning and taking time out of your day to hang with me. You all have a wonderful and fantastic day.